What's your greatest fear and how have you managed it?
My greatest fear was definitely when people start saying like it's inevitable. I used to just panic. It took a while to be able to understand life and understand the concept of things dying off is to allow other things to live.
You don't tell me what I want to hear, you tell me what I need to hear. I was able to see me evolve and become into somebody that I didn't even know I can become. And it wasn't a family member, it was a friend.
I think friends become family when you guys have like shared struggles.
Nah, you're wrong, but you're not really solid with me. And sometimes
right.
I need that. I need to hear that.
I went through more things in them 4 years of college than I did in them 18 years
For sure.
growing up.
It's everything.
When friends become family, it's a responsibility. Yo! Special episode of Keep It a Buck. It's your boy, Mr. Six Jarvis.
And it's your boy, J.E.
Now, if you have not noticed, God is in the building in the form of apparel. If you see what we both have on and what's in front of us, the journey so far has been great. It's been short, but it's been extensive as far as how hard we done work, you know, to put this platform in position to be where we wanted to be. We got goals, G. You know what I mean? We got, as Sean Wayne said on the Wayans, we got goals, G. You know, and so God has been truly good to us, and we are here at Keep It a Buck, official proud partners with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Clap it up for that. That sounds crazy.
I like how that sounds, baby.
Crazy. So we decked that. You feel me?
Yeah, we here.
You know what I'm saying? We clean.
Here.
I'm got to say something. First off, thank you seriously to Harold Claw, who is the GM for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Noel Blaha, he is the Vice President of Media and Marketing. Thank you so much for entrusting us in this partnership, and a lot more to come. You know what I mean? A lot more to come.
We're excited, baby.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited saying it right now. This is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Hey, stop. Let me tell you something. If you don't believe in who believe in you, you understand what I'm saying? God is here, man. God is working. God is part of this. What you feel, man? How you feel?
I feel good, man.
Yeah?
I feel good. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, man.
And speaking of, we talked about manifesting, and I can say we manifest this one and we put the work in.
We did.
We put the work in, for real.
You have to understand, like, the time has been short, but I promise the work has it feel like we've been here for a couple of years. The way we work, it's us two. It's us two. We got production, Biz Bros. Shout out to Biz Bros, man. We do have great production as well. And shout out to Jesus, over the time, man. Shout out to, Kilo Carl. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Yeah. Like, shout out to everybody who's helped us produce for sure. But, like, for the most part, it's us two. G-Block. Yeah, Jared, what's up, baby?
Yeah, can't
what's
forget
up,
you.
baby? Shout out, for real. But yeah, man. So to everybody who's been involved, man, we here. And so this just the start, too.
Definitely.
I hope, here in a little bit, we have another one. You know what I mean? Like a little more apparel, a little more things or whatever. So, but seriously, opening day, April 1st. All right. Head on out, you know what I mean, to the field, downtown Jacksonville. You understand? We are going to be doing a lot of work. You'll see it on social media. You'll see it. You've seen the trailer already. I hope you liked it. But we're here, man. The Jumbo Shrimp, we're here.
Jumbo Shrimp.
And we got another special situation where 4 games this year, they're going to be the Jacksonville Honey Drippers. And if you've not heard about that yet, stay tuned. We're gonna keep that under wraps. But yes, your boys, Keep It a Buck, our official proud partners.
And on top of that, we got some cool stuff, some merch coming for y'all. We got a lot of stuff, man, that's really about to tap in here.
Tell these people, man.
With the Jumbo
I'm
Shrimp.
hyped.
If you don't know, now you know.
And I'm more hyped. I'm a little upset too. Yo, that hat crazy, dog.
Fire.
That hat crazy.
Fire. Yeah.
My hat fire, but I wanted that one. It wasn't another one like that.
Got to it.
Come on, y'all gotta put the red rope on this one.
One right here.
That's
one
crazy.
One right here.
Nah, that's crazy, dog. But let's kick it off though. J.E.
Yes,
Q&A. Talk to it.
J.E.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
It a Buck Q&A. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's get it going.
I'm nervous.
What's your greatest fear and how have you managed it?
My greatest fear was definitely death. Over time. I was always scared as a kid. When people start saying like death is inevitable, I used to just panic. I used to dream about not being here. Like that junk used to kill me, and it took a while to be able to understand life and understand, the concept of things dying off is to allow other things to live. And so we have to die off, conceptually and actually, for our kids to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like parenthood has to die off so that the kids can experience adulthood, puberty has to die off so you can experience, growing up. Little stuff like that, like conceptually, you have to die off. You have to die off so that things can grow and things can continue. And so we're just a part of the circle of life. And so once I understood that, that's how I got over it. That's how I got over it. So one of these days we out of here, but the world gonna keep going, and hopefully you've made an impact to where you can live forever,
It's crazy because it actually goes right into question 2. Right
on. I'm living forever.
What do you think happens after we die?
Life. Let me see. Monday. What you mean? They're gonna put my funeral on Saturday.
No. I'm talking about that transition. After you die, when you leave here, where does the body go? Like what happens spiritually, I guess?
So I am the believer. I am the believer that there's a heaven, there's a hell, and I think that, I know I'm gone. I done treated all y'all good. Me too. I done treated all y'all good.
Is that how you get in?
Some of them too. You know what?
It's a lot of good people in the world.
It's a lot of good people in the world.
It's a lot of Jarvis Williams in the world.
In this situation, respectfully, I can't worry about them. Worry about me. I worried about me. I got to live the right way that I feel is the right way. And people have their beliefs. Keep them to yourself or tell them to somebody else. But what I believe is, you live right enough. You get into them gates. I think you're going to have a couple questions for me. Like, hey, look, check this out. On this day, now you was wilding, son. Like, what's wrong with you? Sorry, Dad. You know what I mean? For real. But now I do believe there's a heaven and a hell, and I believe, you go where based on the impact you had.
Okay. This next question.
And y'all leave me alone about that too. I'm dead serious too. Like, I don't want to go into all this and why you doing it? Like, leave me alone. I don't want to go to y'all. Y'all believe in what y'all believe in, but go ahead.
I'm asking you this, but I'm also asking the followers who's watching too.
Please answer.
Please leave this comment below. Because I got my own. What's one conspiracy you 100% believe in?
Oh man, this government is messed up, dog. I believe there are plants, dog. I believe that. I believe a lot of the things.
Go ahead.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Go ahead. Let's keep it a buck.
No, for real.
You might go missing tomorrow, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Hey, you might be part of your own conspiracy.
I'm low-key nervous, dog. I'm low-key nervous. Somebody told me something one time. Somebody said, no joke, somebody said, you believe the government got it 100% right? And I was like, no. Nobody got it 100% right. But good gosh. I'll be honest, I believe that there's I have the grocery store conspiracy. I believe that inside of some grocery, inside of Publix right now, a disease was planted to where you got to have it. You got to have it so that healthcare can keep going, so that you can spend that money, spend that bread, statistics can keep going. I believe it, man. I believe some can of tomatoes has some sort of...
The plant is there.
Yeah, it's something in there. Yeah. Whatever the disease is, like one of them rare diseases, almost like the lottery. Like you win the lottery, you win a rare disease. You know what I'm saying? You get it. And that's how some of that stuff be happening, dog. Probably not, we're joking with all that good stuff. But no, I do believe in a way, dog, that just a lot of this stuff is, formulated. A lot of this stuff is manufactured opposed to, coincidence.
Cool. What do you think is the biggest challenges most couples face today?
It is loyalty. But to break it down, couples don't want to work. It's kind of whatever you believe in and however you break it down, couples no longer mutually. Maybe if one wants to work and the other one doesn't, you put one battery in the remote that's dead and one that's working, see if you can turn the TV on. You can't. But I do believe that people are done working. I believe people are done working. It's an expectation that people get, and they do a little bit of work, and they think that it constitutes, good things to happen. I think people are just relationship lazy, and no one wants to put in the longevity of hard work. You'll do it for a business. You do it for parenthood. You do it for your career. But for some reason, today in relationships, no one wants to put in the work. You'll go to school for 12 years to be a doctor and fix somebody and go through all the pain and agony of failing, passing class and residencies and all of that. But you won't go through a year, 2 years of just, it's rough right now.
Right.
That's just my belief. No one wants to work.
If you're listening, you got to put that work in.
Put that work in.
That work in. Last question.
Yes, sir.
Currently, there's a lot going on with social media.
Facts.
What do you think the pros are, and what would you consider the cons to be?
Damn, he's good.
Yeah.
You might have to say, hey, look, if this like some kind of social media awards, like you'll have segment of the year, bro. Like,
they're going to have me doing this for real.
Hey, that joint be hard, dog. Yeah. For real. Segment of the year.
Keep it above Q&A, baby.
Hey, that's crazy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm asking real questions here.
That'd be wild. I would say the pros to social media is speed to market. It's speed to my speed. It's speed. News gets out quick. Awareness gets out quick. Advertisement, right, gets out a lot faster than it did before. You don't have to wait until, ain't no more hold the press. You can just not submit or not post right now. You hold off. Or, a newspaper go out, newspaper mess up, that newspaper's out there. I can, technically digitally too. If it's out there, somebody done screenshotted it, so it's there. But the point is, it's just the speed. The speed is the efficiency that is, makes social media to me great. The biggest con, it's almost very simple. It's foregoing thinking, seeing what you want, seeing what you see, and foregoing the work. Like a lot of times we see the glamour. No one goes on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and posts bad things. You know what I mean? Like they don't post like how they look in the morning. They don't post what's going on in the bad parts of their life. They post the good stuff. They don't post the songs they don't like. They post the songs they like. They post the songs everybody likes that everybody's going to view. And so with that, your expectation of people, if I'm a consumer looking at somebody, I see something and I go, ooh, I want that, or ooh, that should be me. And there's work that goes behind that if it's legitimate. And then somebody can be lying about, what they have. If somebody posts a picture in Dubai saying, I'm living my life, and you got to Dubai by your homegirl paying for you, and you ain't paid to even get there, you ain't got no money,
right,
but you just took the picture and it's a beautiful lighting and everything, but you ain't got no money there. That's the only thing you did was take that picture, post it and everything. People back home, you're going to get 10,000 likes. And people back home go, man, she living her best life. I want that. And you'll mess around and mess up the stuff that you have now because you want that. And let's say, she got a man or he got a woman that says, we can't afford that right now. It's like, man, she went. You know what I'm saying? I want to go. You know what I mean? And it just gives this false rendition of what's real. It gives this quick false rendition of what's real. And it's not social media's fault. It's our interpretation's fault. It's the way when we don't work. When we don't work and we want it now, that's the problem. So I think that's the con of social media.
It's a good perspective.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Use it for efficiency. That's it. I mean, and watching Keeping a Buck.
What you got for me today?
All right.
What you got?
Topic. When friends become family. When friends, and again, if you haven't noticed, everything is transitional in what we talk about. It deals with a transition, right? It deals with something going from point A to point B. And so there's a point in time where you have your family, that's all you know. But over time, when you become cognizant as a kid, and as a young adult, you start to develop friends. And these friends sometimes develop relationships with you and have relationships with you that are so strong, they become like family, What point in your life,
right,
have you experienced where friends have become more than friends? Like what range of years or months in your life was it like, oh, I saw this guy or this gal as it's a little bit more than friends? Right. Like, this is my family for real. When did you start seeing that?
I mean, this is such a great damn question, man. Wow.
Yay.
Great question. I think there's phases throughout your life where those friends kind of come into your life, right? Like, I got friends that I went to high school with who are still my friends to this day, where I don't even consider them a friend no more. You're my brother. You get what I'm saying? We here, we speak all the time, we chop it up. Then you got friends you meet in college, you got coworkers, you got people that you meet. I think it becomes deeper in a friendship when you feel like I can count on that person, or this person add values to what I do or what I believe in. I can count on you. I could depend on you. You give me nuggets. You help me out. You're there when I need to hear a voice outside of mine. You don't tell me what I want to hear. You tell me what I need to hear. And there's been a few times I needed to hear that. You know, I go on record. Right. One of my good friends, John Bostic, you know, a guy I went to college with. Man. You know, shout out to Bot. Gator. Was also building a huge academy out there, $50 million academy out there in Wellington, Florida. He's doing big things. But for years, you know, this is a guy who come from a good family who was telling me to get into real estate, to do all these type of things outside of ball that 21 years old, I just couldn't comprehend or didn't understand. Right. And I'm sure I've pissed him off plenty of times of just doing my own thing, you know. Right. But he challenged me, questioned me, kept pulling at it, and it finally clicked, you know. And once it did, I was able to see things change in my life. I was able to see me evolve and become into somebody that I didn't even know I can become. And it wasn't a family member. It was a friend. Yeah. And when you think about it too, sometimes your friends, you're around more than your family. Say that. You get what I'm saying? Like, your family kind of doing their own thing. They especially got their family and friend. Right. Like, they got their family to attend to. So sometimes it is that friend. You get what I'm saying? That you speaking to who kind of know you well, man. So I tip my hat off to the friends, man, who become family for real. I think friends become family when you guys have like shared struggles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you start going through some animosity and so you start going through some things, or you start going through some situations that obviously are memorable, that's when those shared struggles that you have end up becoming like this unbreakable bond, right? That you have. And it's just like, you know, yeah, you're more than family. Because if you ever noticed, how many brothers and sisters you have? It's 5 of us total, 3 girls and 2 boys. Okay. You the youngest? I'm the baby, yeah. Got you. Dang, you the baby. My older sister, 52. That's wild. Wow. Shout out to sister too. So if you notice, when siblings fight, like they fight, you know what I mean? Like they go at it and they say things about each other. They sometimes put hands on each other. You know what I'm saying? But you ever notice, like, nobody else can? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody not gonna see you and your sister, you know, go toe to toe as a kid and then go, you know what? Your friend go, you know what, Josh, you know, Josh's sister, you know, put hands on, I'm about to put hands on her too. You can't do that. Right. That's weird. Right. When friends become family and you start going through things, a lot of times people go, oh, well, you know, we went through things and it was kind of, you know, I ain't like that, but it's like, that's what you need. Right. You need that to become family, like brothers and sisters. You got to have some animosity. You got to have some friction to end up becoming like real family. Do you have a lot of real connections right now, like from folks back home? All right, let me say this. More connections of friends that become family from high school, from college, or from post-college? Whoa, you were really challenging me today. We here. God. I would say the start of it definitely would be high school. You get what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the start. Right. Because like I said, I got about 3 guys, man, in high school that's like legit brothers to me. You get what I'm saying? Legit brothers to me. And they're all used for different things. You get what I'm saying of what it is. I'll say the biggest thing I love about the friend/family perspective is I could come to my sisters about something, but they're my sisters. So it's like, I could be dead ass wrong. You see what I'm saying? And it might be a little bit biased, or they might not like the person I'm talking about. Whereas if a friend kind of got that unbiased, nah, you wrong. Or nah, bro, the way you handled that was messed up. You're not really side with me. And sometimes I need that. I need to hear that. But I will say probably from college on, because that's a different type of evolution. You get what I'm saying? Like your high school friends, you kind of into the same thing, and when you get into college, it kind of branches off to a whole different world. So I would say I've learned more from like the college and pro connections because we're all in somewhat of the same playing field now. Like they're into different things, whereas in my friends back home is like it's different. It's totally it's hard to put it in words. Right. You get what I'm saying?
And
like
y'all adults.
We've seen the world differently. Right. You get what I'm saying compared to them. So the people I'm around now see it the same way I see it. They say, hey, here's where you at. Here's what you went through. I've seen you from 18 to 30-something years old now. Whereas in a lot of your high school friends seen you from a teenager to 18. You get what I'm saying? And kind of periodically spoken to you, but not really around you as an adult. So don't know the adult version of you to the T.
I went through more things in them 4 years of college than I did in them 18 years
for sure
of growing up. Them 4 years was like
it's everything.
Everything's expedited.
It's a big milestone.
Learning how to deal with different cultures, learning how to deal with women, learning how to deal with responsibility on your own, not getting, instruction from somebody immediately. All of that was learned in college. Right. Learning who's friends, who's family for real, because you got to make another whole. You got to create a whole nother family
for sure.
You have to
for sure.
You don't have to, but it would behoove you to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting that those 4 years of like early adulthood, a lot of times make for this huge part of your life, and then people post college too, right? In their jobs and working and stuff and networking, like they have a whole nother set. I just feel like I have friends all over. I got married. I had 12 people in my wedding party. 3 of them were from high school. Everybody else was from college. 4 were from high school / family. Everybody else was from college.
But you know what? I can see that because like those 3 or 4 from high, that's like your day ones. You see what I'm saying? That's like we done really 100%. Grew up like 100%. Those are your day ones. 100%. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna always be there.
100%. 100%. I'll say this. So we gotta get ready to go. Family. Do you have anything? You got anything else about family? Because you play in the league though. You got a lot of homeboys.
I do. But I kind of want to give a quick shout out.
Talk to him.
To the gang real quick.
Bro. I like that.
Quick shout out to the gang because they tapped in and they important, bro. Shout out to my homeboy KK. Shout out to Poppy. Shout out to my cousin Ray Ray. Shout out to G Block. Shout out to Bostic, John, Jelani. Like
we got these stereotypical nicknames.
I could go down the list. Like I got a really good small group of friends. I don't believe in a huge entourage. I don't go out with 30 and 50 people. I just think that's a liability to me when you got to take care of everybody. But I got a good core of friends that I know I could depend on.
KK, Ray Ray, Poppy.
Crazy. Okay. And Ray my cousin. That's my blood cousin for real. Bostic, Jelani. Like these are guys that this is every day. You see what I'm saying? I speak to them all the time.
Facts.
A month, a day, 3 days don't go by. Like that's weird. Like damn, I didn't speak to you before. Like these are constant people I'm in, conversation with. So I appreciate them because those are day ones. Those are people who mean a lot to me.
Dang, I would go down because I'm probably gonna look kind of crazy if I don't go down my little day. I gotta give a shout out though. I can't.
You have to. I know you got the gang too now. Who's your?
I got like sets of gangs, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. I got like sets of gangs. Yeah, for real. Man, shout out to my dogs, Co, Sean Lou, Jay, Mont, Guap. My gosh, I'm tripping. My best man, Showtime in no time. Big Al, Joe Jeezy, Jay, MJ. Gang. Mike London. He's for real. He's like, we tripping together. We been through some stuff. You know what I mean? Like Tory T. You know what I'm saying? My God, dog. Marlon Moe, Brandon. Like these are really like, and obviously my brothers. I got brothers, 4 brothers that are just, my world and my 2 sisters. But like those guys, watch I forget somebody, they're gonna be like,
and you know what? That's why I'm over here thinking like, bro, it's about 2.
Like, that's messed up.
Beck, Kaz, I might be missing about 4 other names, bro. Trust me, you're brewing. Yeah.
That's why you can't start it. See, that's why I didn't want to do it.
Oh,
now I'm sitting over here wondering,
here now. If I forgot you,
Jay Brooks, what's up, man? I love you, boy. Congratulations on your engagement too. Love you, big dog. For real. That's my guy. That's my guy for real. And if I forgot anybody else, I'm sorry. I apologize. My mind going right now. Shout out to my guy Harold, GM for Jumbo Shrimp, and Noel, man. They're my new friends, baby. New friends for real.
Lock in.
Really quick, we're gonna get up out of here because production, y'all need to get up out of here for real. When friends become family, it's a responsibility. So if you ever find yourself as a friend of somebody and they see you as family, don't disregard that as it's supposed to happen, right? Really take that into consideration as you're needed, you're wanted, and you can make a difference in somebody's life, even if you're not blood. It sounds cliche. It sounds like, oh, I got this or whatever, but somebody out there is speculating or going through something with a friend that has become family, and they probably disregard it because they're not blood, or they probably disregard it because, for whatever reason. But just understand there's a responsibility that comes with being a friend of somebody who considers you family. All right. Family is not bound by blood. Family is bound by loyalty. And so make sure you take that responsibility serious and rock out, man. Don't be having a bunch of enemies out here, man. That's how violence happens. You know what I mean? Get you a good set of friends. Get you a good group. Ain't got to be big. 2 to 3 is cool. Confide in, love on, boost each other up, rock out with each other. And like my dog say, nobody will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches. You know what I mean? I hope you fools choose to listen. I drop jewels, bust it. These are the rules I follow in my life. You got to love it. Hey, Jay, what's up, baby?
He locked in today.
Y'all ain't talking about large money. What's the point? You good, though?
I'm great.
I'm good, man. Hey, shout out Jumbo Shrimp. More stuff to come. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Today a buck was kept. Rock out.
Bingo.
It's your boy Jarvis Williams, a.k.a. Mr. Six. Hey, do me a favor. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share. I need you to click that notification button. So when we post a new video, the banner come down and you can see it on your phone. We appreciate all y'all support. We love y'all. And make sure you stay keeping it a buck. All right? Let's go.